Hello, Sherina. Thanks for joining me. I would love to ask you some questions more about the mid-face cheeks and kind of sculpting the cheek area. Now, could you tell me a little bit more about this specific area and what concerns a patient may have?
As we naturally age, we get changes in the skeletal platform, which means the bone. And this happens naturally over time. So when we see these changes, patients will say to me, I'm suddenly seeing a flattening in the front of my cheek. But more commonly, they will say, my blusher doesn't go on the way it used to. Another complaint.
That's the thing, you notice the changes. It's more like in your day-to-day when you're doing your makeup.
Absolutely. So it's about the contouring, the highlighting, things like that. And they see these changes on a day-to-day. But interestingly, it translates into a feeling, an emotional change. And that will present with somebody saying, I just feel like I look tired all the time, or I look unhappy, or I look sad. And guess what? I don't actually feel tired or unhappy or sad, but I look that way. Why is this happening to me?
But again, it's going back to what you were saying, that obviously, you know, as a patient, I don't have the technical terms. So I might not say to you, I'm noticing mid-face volume loss. What I'll say to you is, I look a bit more tired. So that's really interesting. That's why, again, the consultation and listening to those kind of the way we describe, you know, our concerns. Now, in terms of Juvederm filler, which one would you say is the most suited for that kind of mid-face volume loss?
Great question. And my go-to for mid-face volume loss or looking tired or flattening of the cheek, that would be Juvederm Voluma.
Sherina, would you mind describing to me how Voluma works?
Juvederm Voluma works by addressing the areas of volume loss in bony changes in the facial profile, such as in the outer cheek as well as in the front of the cheek. So I would use them as an injectable in these deep facial areas to restore the volume that has naturally gone over time, to give you contouring, projection, and to make the area under the cheek look less tired.
So how long can a patient typically expect the treatment to last?
That's a great question. I get asked this every single day. So the treatment to the cheeks can typically last up to 24 months.
Well, can I just say thank you again for those insights. You've been so helpful and informative as usual. Thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure, Alessandra.
To find out more about Juvederm facial fillers or to find a qualified medical practitioner near you, please head to juvederm.co.uk.